Okay, y'all, I'm back here again with another Temptation Island couple analyzing video. The next couple we're going to analyze is going to be from season 2. Is not Casey. I want to leave the other couple for last, David and Kate, because there's a lot of shit I want to say about the relationship. But the next couple we're going to analyze this from season 2 is Casey and Ashley. I really don't remember how old they were when they came on the show. I think they said they had to be like 22, 23, or actually I can look it up now. I know they were together for a year and a half when they came on the show. To be already a year into a relationship and you having so many problems, I think that's bad. That's just me. Or you feel me? Like being in a relationship, I mean, people gonna say, "Oh, well, in a relationship, you don't always have problems with of the time spent traveling together." Okay, I get that. I feel like a year in though, like a year in into a relationship, and you have to come up to Temptation Island to get answers. I think that's bad because it's like I feel like when you're in a relationship, like when you first get together, it should just be like the honeymoon phase, like still getting to know each other. I don't know. Maybe my mind is just immature thinking, I guess, to think that. But I don't know. Let me just stop talking. Let's look this up. Okay. Let's see how old they were. Casey and Ashley. How old were they? Okay, so Ashley was 25, Casey was 26 when they came on Temptation Island. They've been together for a year and a half. So basically, they're coming on the island. Casey wants Ashley to trust him more. He does not like that in her past relationships, with her being cheated on, that nature, that she automatically thinks of him like the rest of her ex-boyfriends. That he's a cheater, he's no good and shit like that. That he wished that sometimes she could just trust him and just believe in the love that he has for her instead of her always having to question it. You feel me? He wants her to feel more comfortable being around him. He doesn't want to keep doing long distance. Like he said, he want to have a relationship where she can trust him and not see him as one of her ex-boyfriends. Ashley is dealing from an insecurity of being shit on. She's dealing with trust issues and, low self-esteem because in her past relationship she's always been cheated on, so it makes her feel like she's unlovable. She came to the island to see if it's not a guy thing or is it just that she came to the island to see if cheating is a guy thing or is it just something that some people do in a relationship. Casey expressed when it came to the island when they talked that, girls he hooked up with in college, that they're still friends. Mark asked Ashley how she feels about that. She said she's not okay with it. Neither would I. What the fuck would I look like being okay with a bitch that you done fucked? Why would I be okay with a woman who saw you naked and I'm with you? Why would I be okay with her? Why would I be at a bar kikiing with her and laughing when I acting like I like her? It's like, no, you heard her fuck, y'all didn't have sex and everything. You supposed to be okay with it. I don't care if fucking your friends was something you do before you got into a serious relationship. Because Casey said that Ashley was his first serious relationship. Before that, he was not doing that shit. He was just going around screwing any girl that that he can be with. Ashley is his first serious relationship, right? And then the first thing you tell her is that, oh yeah, just by the way, want you to know that the girls I did fuck and have sex with, I still am friends with them to this day, and he just expects her to be okay with it. And it's like, no. But, when they went to the bonfire, Casey thought if he manipulated Ashley by proposing to her, that she would get back on his side. Casey never wanted Ashley to grow any confidence or grow any self-esteem. He wanted her to still be insecure. He still wanted her to be that needy girlfriend who constantly asks for reassurance because he liked that she was insecure because he emotionally manipulate her to get what he wants. He can gaslight her into thinking that she's the problem and he's not the problem. He never wanted her to grow any confidence because the second that he knew, the second he came to the bonfire and saw that she grew confidence, that's when he tried to use the manipulation tactics by getting on one hand and trying to propose and say that, you know, she always said if he would propose that he would say yes. Like, trying to use things of that nature. And then she brought up the clip when he said that, you know, that he never really meant it when he said he loved her. He was just saying it so she wouldn't feel bad. She brought up that clip and he said that he never said that, but he did. And it's just like, Casey, you were saying all these horrible things about her. You were being so manipulative. And yet, here you stand here at the bonfire. You're not standing no business. You're not standing 10 toes on that shit you was speaking. You just want to come here and act like you've been manipulative. Like, literally, the last day before the last bonfires, he said that if there's any tendency of hope that he could see that she might be slipping away, that he's going to try to reel her in like a sales pitch. Are you kidding me? He is the most manipulative nigga I think I've ever seen on the island. Like, the way he treated her was horrible. The way he talked about her was horrible. And I hate that Ashley didn't end up being in a relationship with that guy that she left to Hollywood full term, because she definitely deserves to be loved. And Casey just was not it. Like, for this to be your first serious relationship and you already out here trying to scheme and scam, it's just crazy. And it just shows what a nigga he is. He's full of red flags because he never had a serious girlfriend before. So whatever tactics he was using on Ashley, he must have been using the same shit he probably didn't did with the girls he didn't slept with. But like saying that he in love with them or whatever, you know, I don't know. I just know that the shit that he was doing on the island, he might have not had sex with anybody, but the things he was saying in his confessionals and the things he was saying to the women and the things he was saying about Ashley were very red flags. They were very alarming. It was just like, what the fuck? Like, huh? No fucking way is a guy who said he loves a woman and sitting here talking about, if she tries to leave me, I'm going to roll her in like I'm having a sales pitch. Are you kidding me? You feel me? I'm glad they broke up. I'm glad they went their separate ways. Casey does not deserve to be with a girl like Ashley. She deserves to be loved. She deserves to be heard, not treated like she's a broken toy and you want to use it the way you want to control it. Get the fuck out of here. Hell to the motherfucking no. And for those who feel like, oh, why you're not analyzing any of the black couples because they know it's black couples on Temptation Island. Okay. Let me get into that. Any black couple that's ever came to Temptation Island for the seasons I have watched, they all seem to be here for the same fucking reason. Their man, their black, the black couple, the black man is either a cheater or he won't commit, literally. Like in season 1, he was cheating and she wanted to see if she could trust him again. Season 2, where there was 2 black couples. In season 2, the second black couple wasn't necessarily here because of cheating. It was here because of commitment. He did not want to get married, and his girlfriend did. The other couple, they were here because he cheated, and she wanted to see if she trust him again. And in season 3, they were here because she felt insecure, didn't have any self-worth, kind of like with Ashley, and you know, he kind of was like manipulative and things of that nature. He was on the island cheating left and right. Like I don't understand. And in season 5, the black boy that was on there, he was manipulative and narcissistic, and the other one too, very friendly, cheater, was not loyal. I mean, I don't understand. Even in the season 6 that was on Netflix, he was flirty and a cheater. I don't understand y'all. Y'all tell me y'all want me to sit here and analyze the black couples when they're all here for the same shitty reasons. They're not. It's like, I feel like their issues are not that big compared to the other couples to where they're trying to find themselves. I don't know, that's just how I feel. Maybe the black couple in the 3rd season, maybe I could try to look at them and see why they're here on the island and then to the last bonfire and try to break apart why they're here. Maybe, but I just know the most part of the 3rd season is just not my cup of tea. And like I said, the black couples on Temptation Island, they just never do it for me, because why can't we ever get a black couple on Temptation Island who love each other, There's no cheating, no infidelity. There could be something where they're afraid to commit, afraid of getting hurt. Like, why can't it be something like that? Why does it always have to be, oh, the black dude cheated? You feel me? It's just degrading, and it sucks because it's like people. It just sucks because people act like TV shows and media or movies make black men look horrible. No, that's how black men act. Not all of them, just some. I hate when people feel like, oh, you say things. No, not all black men act like shit. Not all black men are cheaters. Not all of them. But there are some out here who we do make the rest of black men look bad because they don't know how to treat a woman. They don't know how to be loyal. They don't know how to be faithful. They take their woman for granted. Like, it's just a lot of things. And it's just like, you want me to sit here and talk about a black couple? Why? This man is the woman that come on the island with this man, he ain't worthy of talking about. Period. So I have enough to say. I'm saving the last couple from season 2 for last because there's a lot of shit I need to say about them. So as always, it is nice talking to y'all. I'm gonna catch you on my next video, and please be looking out for my Grassy Nets class. The Grassy Nets class, Zig and Esme video, and Love Triangle. I will say this, for those who feel like that the LGBTQ video was a little too short, I apologize for that. I just wanted to give out my grievances, but I will say there was a storyline that I didn't mention of the LGBTQ that I didn't like, and it was the Yao storyline from the Grassy Nets class for season 4. I was not a fan of her sexual identity storyline because I felt like it was lazy writing, and because I felt like it was not consistent, and it was something that came out of nowhere. People are going to say, oh, how can you say that? Well, for the most part, most of the LGBTQ characters you see in the Grassy, their stories has always been consistent. There's never been a time where it was off and then it was on again. It's always been consistent. Whether it was Marco's, his was consistent. The only ones you could say wasn't probably consistent was whoever was the ones we didn't really know too much about, like Alex. Like, we didn't know when she started liking girls. Paige, hers was not consistent. You feel me? That's why I did not mention them in the video when it came to stories of the LGBTQ, because I feel like with Alex, we didn't really get to see when did she start liking girls. We just know that she just liked the Paige, which is fine. It's like, it's nice to be seeing when did she start liking girls exactly. Like, when did she start knowing she was a lesbian. You feel me? With Paige, it was very much given that Paige, you know, wasn't bisexual, wasn't a lesbian. She didn't really like being with Alex. She didn't like, I can't really explain it, and I'm going to get into it on here right now. But for the most part, for the ones that were consistent, like Marcos, like Adams. When I mean Adams, I mean, you know, him being trans. There was nothing where it was like, oh, he isn't, and then he is, he isn't, and he is. No. We knew Marco was gay, we knew Adam was trans, we knew Mom was bisexual, we knew Imogen was pansexual, we knew Fiona was lesbian. Things like we knew Tristan was openly gay, we knew Riley was a closet gay. So that's what I mean, like, the storylines were consistent. But when you have Yao, who's been a character since season 1, was just Hunter's friend, didn't get really much storyline. All of a sudden she's dating Hunter and they want to do this storyline where it's just like, oh yeah, you know what? Well, yeah, we just gonna make her transgender. And I'm not saying like the journey should be easy. No, for those who feel like that's why I'm nitpicking, no. I'm not nitpicking because the journey is the way it was. I'm nitpicking because of how they wrote it. If you were gonna make Yao a character, she should have been interested since day one. They should have been doing things where she felt like she might have not been that she didn't feel like a girl. You feel me? They should have been doing that since the first season. And then when she eventually got with Hunter, then it should have been like it made her feel more complicated, more confusing. But then in season 4, they just say, no, we just gonna write this shit. You know, we're gonna do 10 episodes, we're gonna write it. I cannot get invested into someone's LGBTQ storyline and expand 10 episodes. I can't get invested. They did her storyline so lazy, and they wanted you to get invested into it just in the span of 10 episodes. You don't even get to see their clash. You don't get to see Hunter's, I think they're senior class, right? Because in seasons 1 2, they were sophomores. Yeah, so season 3 and 4, they were juniors. You didn't even get to see their senior year, so you wanted me to get invested into a storyline that they have no hopes of even continuing, even after after the 2017 class is over with. I never really understood why they never continue next class. I mean, shit, Degrassi got 14 seasons, so why couldn't Degrassi next class get like a 5th season? It just makes more sense to me. Degrassi should have got a 5th season. I didn't even mention why I didn't like Yao's storyline, but I'm mentioning it now. I feel like her storyline was lazy writing. I feel like the writers really feel like you get invested into her storyline within the span of 10 episodes. That makes no sense. I can't get invested. Like I said, had they did something where Yao was a character from season 1 who was struggling with her sexuality, that she didn't feel like a girl, she didn't feel like a boy, that she might have been non-binary, that would have been interesting to me. And then she feel like, when Hunter started liking her, that she had to cover that part of for herself because she didn't want to make things confusing for him. And then that's when you get to season 3 and season 4 where she just can't hide anymore. She don't feel like she's a girl, don't feel like she's a guy. She's non-binary. They could have did things where when her and Hunter are in the mood sexually, she doesn't feel it because she don't feel like it. This, man, I could cook. I could add oregano, spices. I could be like Ratatouille in this bitch when it comes to storylines. And it's a lot of shit that Degrassi, especially in next class, that they could have done, but they didn't do. But if y'all want me to make a video on the whole Yao situation, I definitely can't be getting into it on here. I definitely could do that, and I absolutely will, so I can express why I don't like it. You feel me? But as always, it's nice talking to y'all, and I'm going to catch